In the heart of Houston, a city of diversity and resilience, a story unfolds, a story of unsung heroes, visionaries, and trailblazers, a story of Latinos rising in the digital age. From doctors saving lives in our hospitals to the artists painting the future and the entrepreneurs building legacies, these voices are leading the way, breaking boundaries and redefining what it means to be Latino in America. Our culture, our stories, our people, each one with a journey that touches the heart and inspires the soul. From the pages of history to the screens of today, Viva Magazine Live continues its legacy of uplifting the Latino community and telling the stories that need to be heard. Viva Magazine Live isn't just a show, it's a movement, a celebration of Latino excellence, and a call to action for the next generation to fulfill their hopes and dreams and become an active part of the Latino voice. Join us as we tell the stories that inspire, unite, and elevate. Together we can ensure these voices are heard loud and clear. We invite you to be part of something bigger. Support Viva Magazine Live and make history with us. Support the vision and invest in our community. Hola, Houston. I'm your host, Blanca Blanco of Viva Magazine Live, and this is the place where we celebrate the movers, the shakers, and the trailblazers of our vibrant Latino community. Joining us today on Viva Magazine Live is Daniel Bustamante, the Executive Director of Festival Chicano at Houston's iconic Miller Outdoor Theater. For more than 4 decades, Festival Chicano has celebrated our culture through the power of music, bringing together Tejano legends and new generations. Daniel has been at the heart of keeping this tradition alive and making it one of the most anticipated cultural events of our city. But before we get to Daniel to tell us all about this year's Festival Chicano, let's hear a word from our generous sponsors, Commissioner Adrian Garcia, and we'll be right back, and don't go away. And welcome back to Viva Magazine Live. We're here with Daniel Bustamante, who is the Executive Director of Festival Chicano. And when we left on break, we were talking about the artists, and we want to get back to that question, Daniel. How does a festival adapt to changing times and music trends within the Tejano genre? And has Tejano music legends changed to adapt?
Some of them have tried to do more English music,
yes,
kind of diversified into more of a country sound.
Country, right? A lot of Tejanos gone country.
And Selena was a great act because she was creating her own style, popular music.
Yes.
And unfortunately, she didn't get to produce her English album.
Yes, I know.
It came out posthumously, but the artists are always looking for creativity to expand on their base.
Right. To get in more of that younger generation as well, right? Because, Tejano was really big back in the 90s, and people still listen to Tejano music on the radio, and I know in San Antonio, Tejano music is huge. People love Tejano music.
Well, during the golden era, it was Selena driving it.
Yes.
And the people like Emilio Navaira coming along.
Yes. And Emilio Navaira was from San Antonio, and people just loved him. I mean, because he was homegrown, went to the schools and everything there.
And the recording industry, the labels were trying to recruit as many up-and-coming artists.
Yes.
Capitol Records, Polygram, and some of the local labels, they were always trying to recruit.
Right, right. So the times are changing for Tejano music, and they also have to adapt, like you said, go into maybe more country, more, and And that's why I think Festival Chicano attracts a different ages of people. You have the older generations and you have the younger generations, and people just can be there as a big family affair, because the Festival Chicano is a festival for all ages,
Yes, it is.
you know.
And the children are out there learning the music and learning the language.
All right. Okay, Daniel, let me ask you this question. What does a successful festival look like to you? Walk me through that. And how do you measure the success every year? About how many people do you expect every I would say, every evening at the festival? I'm sure you've had...
So capacity is roughly 2,000 in the seated area.
Yeah.
And 5,000 on the hill. So it's roughly between 6 and 7.
Oh my God, that's a lot of people out there.
And we exceed that frequently.
Yes. So what do you say a successful festival is going to look like?
At least 3,000 to 4,000
Yeah.
people.
3 to 4,000 people
A night.
a night. And you have it for 3 nights. What strategic goals, Daniel, have you, I guess, have in the future for the festival? What have you? I'm sure that you've given it some thought, because you've been, producing the festival for 46 years. Going forward, what strategic goals have you got in mind for the festival?
I got to implement a method, a system to keep it going,
Yes.
no matter what.
Yes. Somebody that you train to be able to put these festivals together.
There's a lot of young professionals coming up that are into production, into theater, into music and dance. We're an arts organization,
Right.
and we promote
I
cultura.
call it fine arts for our community.
And I call it cultura.
Yeah. Fine arts and cultura arts, right? Yeah.
So,
That's right. And you're the ones keeping it alive, and we got to continue that for all the generations to come.
and in the early days, I used to do a week-long festival, start on a Sunday, and we do theater, we do film festival and
Yes.
art.
Tell me about that, because you did put on a film festival over at Rice University. Tell me a little bit about that.
Well, I did a Latino film festival at the Rice Media Center back in the 80s.
Yes.
And
And you kept that going for how long?
probably for about 4 or 5 years.
Yeah. I remember those, and you had a lot of traffic, and a lot of the students from Rice that were going to school there be a part of that.
And we used to do a spring festival too,
Yeah.
Festival Primavera.
Yes.
And I also attempted to start a cultural center. We for a small time there, we had the old Venus Theater in Denver Harbor on Lyons Avenue.
Yes.
And now it's a fire station there, but
Yeah. Well, that's going back.
so there's always a lot of room for culture.
Yes.
To me, cultura is everything. We need
Yeah.
to preserve it and promote it, and the more the merrier.
Yes, absolutely. I agree with you. So let's talk about, Daniel, your personal reflections and insights. How has your personal background and activism shaped the direction of the Festival Chicano? Tell me about that. Because I know you were an activist. You were with, United Farm Workers. You did a lot of that activism back then. So tell me about that.
When I started in Corpus Christi and in Mathis, Texas, which is a little community, agriculture community. It was the biggest migrant town in South Texas outside of the valley.
Right,
And that's where I started school at the Mexican school.
right.
And then I moved to Houston. And I graduated from Del Mar College. I moved to Houston. I was already an activist. And I hooked up.
How did you get into that activism, Daniel? What inspired you? What did you hear when you were that young that said, this is what I'm going to do?
Growing up in Corpus Christi and Mathis especially.
Yeah.
Mathis was the most segregated school district in Texas. When in 1954 they tried to integrate it.
Yeah.
And I had a privilege of meeting the judge, Raul de Anda.
Yes.
And I told him that story, and he took me to a corner of the room here in Houston, the reception we were at, and he told me that I had to meet his first grade teacher.
Right.
And he told me that teacher was Mrs. Weber, the superintendent of schools of the most racist school district in South Texas in 1954. And I had her for first grade.
And was she?
She was a Marine lady. Yes, she was. But then moving to Houston, I went to the University of Houston. I was an activist politically.
Yes.
And through that, I had already got involved with the United Farm Worker.
Right.
And I met two gentlemen that helped me mentor me. There was David T. Lopez, attorney David T. Lopez and Leonel Castillo.
Yes.
And they both mentored me and taught me skills, how to work with diverse communities. And I chaired that's a farm worker support committee for the United Farm Workers here for
Right.
a long time.
And you made the great Cesar Chavez. He's a great man.
I used to be part of his team, and I would be the last person to see him before he went to sleep.
Yes.
And then
What did he tell you, Daniel?
to remain true to my thoughts, to never give it up.
Right.
Anything is possible.
Anything is possible. He had that vision, and he accomplished it.
And I was blessed to see integration in Mathis, integration in Corpus Christi, and I moved to Houston when the schools were integrated.
Right. That's awesome.
And as a young Chicano, I would get involved with the Mexican American Youth Organization, Mayo.
Mayo.
And then also that became the foundation to Raza Unida Party.
Right.
And that's really what propelled me. So during the Jose Campos Torres era, 1977 to 1979, I was kind of threw myself at it.
Yeah.
We were involved in a lawsuit. We were beat up by the police in 1975.
You were beat up by the police in 1975 in front of your home, wasn't it?
In front of my home
Yeah.
on Leland Street. Me and three other guys went to jail, and we filed the lawsuit in 1976, and in 77 we had the concert here with Joe.
Right.
So I used to use music as a vehicle to bring people together and talk to them about rights, about civil rights, and organize them.
Right. And people were listening because they were like hungry for it, right? They wanted to do that.
And by that point, I had come to work at Casa de Mios Community Center,
Right.
running a program for
Right there on
Lorraine.
Street. Yes.
And I ran the drug treatment program there for sniffers.
Yeah.
And I got to work in the inner city. And I got to know the kids.
Yeah. Daniel, you have a lot of history to tell. I am so happy that we're here and on Viva Magazine Live, and you're telling us all this history that you've accomplished through your activism.
And there's still a lot of work to do.
Oh, of course.
Especially right now in the environment we're in.
That's right. A lot of work to do. And well, I don't know if we'll see it in our lifetime, Daniel. I hope so. I hope that we see equality and all the rights that we're fighting for. Not only back then, but today. It seems as though we've gone back 50 years after all this work that we've done.
We just have to remember our roots and where we come from.
Right.
Because the native people had this land, and the Spanish came and brought in farming and churches and universities and education.
Right.
And then we were colonized. And as the president of Mexico expressed one time at a national conference I went to, we lost the war. So he was really speaking to the Mexicanos, the Chicanos.
Right. We lost the war, but there's a battle every day that we got to win.
Yeah, we're winning it every day by surviving.
Yes, that's right. And not to have any fear, and then it just keep going like we're just not giving up.
Because the issues are the same: the economy, employment,
Yes.
housing, education, and healthcare.
Right.
People are struggling with all the necessities to survive.
Exactly. Yes. That's why there's town hall meetings around the city to help people fill the gaps when all these services are being underfunded and cut because they're missing. And I mean, that's what was happening back then, and now it's happening again today as we speak.
But people are the power, and they always have to remember that.
Yeah.
No politician can get elected by himself.
That's right.
You have to
True. People are the power. If you can remember that, we will move forward always. So, you've been with the Festival Chicano, Daniel, for 46 years. Daniel, walk me through what has been the proudest moment for you as the executive director of Festival Chicano? And we're going to wait and hear that answer when we come back to hear a word of our sponsors.
Learning looks like this, and it also looks like...
I didn't just study buildings. I connected them with tech to make them smarter.
I'm learning healthcare management while providing patient care.
I worked with these control systems way before I even started the job.
And if I can't make it in person, I take my classes online. So, where do you start?
And we're back with Daniel Bustamante, Executive Director of Festival Chicano, and he was just about to share with us the proudest moment he has had as the Executive Director of Festival Chicano. Daniel, share that with us.
I think it would have to be the very first one,
The very first Festival Chicano,
April of 1980.
April of 1980, Daniel, right here?
No, at Millerante Theater, the very first one. After fighting to get in and being kept out because we didn't have the fine arts. And then because of the activism in the 70s,
Yes.
I feel because of what happened in this park, the
Right.
Jose Campos Torres, and the oppressive systems of education, the oppressive systems of healthcare and housing, and drug abuse and substance abuse.
Right,
I left child welfare to come work at Casa de Amigos Community Center,
right,
and I encountered all these obstacles that just weren't changing me.
yes.
I was around and a lot of other great organizations, but the problems were so stark. So I think it was the very first event
Yes.
in 1980.
Well, it had to have been. I mean, because you faced challenges that you overcame, and look at what you produced, and now you've had it for 46 years.
And I was so inspired by the turnout of people.
Yes.
And so proud of the artist, of Little Joe.
Yes, Little Joe was your first artist, or one of the ones,
He was a headliner.
the headliner. And talking about Little Joe, he's one of your lineup artists for this year's event, right?
I have him every year if I can get him.
He's-
But I think that proudest moment was looking out at the audience, and it started to rain and pour, and nobody left. They just hid
Yes.
from the rain, and they came back. And I was so inspired to see him do that.
Yes.
I
Isn't
was
that
amazed.
something?
And as an organizer, I took the opportunity to remind them why we were there.
Right.
We were here when they didn't want us. They didn't give us the money to do it. And I told them I may have to go on radio if I have to, or go on radio in Kakukuka
Kakukuka. Right.
and tell them, let's go have a demonstration at City Hall, demand a better date.
Yeah.
But it took that energy, and they gave me a date for the second annual in
That's awesome.
October.
Daniel, it is just inspiring, the activism and the never giving up for the community and for the cultural arts in our community. So just thank you so much for all that you do.
But thank you. You're welcome. And we owe it all to the people that came before us.
Yes, yeah, that's true. So, Daniel, tell us the date and the time and the date of the Festival Chicano and the lineup that you have.
Well, the 46th annual Festival Chicano will take place at Millerante Theater, which is in Herman Park,
Yes.
Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, October 2, 3, and 4. And the curtain time is at 7.
7 o'clock. Tell the viewing audience who's up there. Little Joe's going to be on Friday night, right?
October the 3rd.
October the 3rd.
October the 2nd, we open up with Ricky Naranjo and the Gamblers
Right.
and Mike Gonzalez and the Iconics. Friday, Little Joe is a headliner.
Okay.
And we open up with La Sombra, Tony Guerrero's group.
Okay.
And Saturday, the headliner is Isabel Marie. And first the act up was Ricardo Castellon.
Right. Well, you have a big lineup for this year, Daniel. So you have your work cut out for you, and it's going to be a fun event. So is there anything else you want to share with the Viva Magazine viewing audience today about this whole Festival Chicano event, and what do you want to tell them?
I just want to tell the public that Tejano music Chicano music is not dead, it's very much alive.
Yes,
And I personally feel that Houston is one of the big centers of the industry.
yes.
We have a population, we have over 1 million people here that speak Spanish. And a lot of the immigrants that are coming are contributing to the growth.
That's right.
So
Yeah.
the wages are weak, housing is poor, healthcare is weak, education is weak. So we have a lot of challenges.
Yes, we do.
So we need everybody's help.
Yeah, and we will. And people will come through, they always do. So thank you, Daniel. That's about all the time we have. We look forward to seeing you at the Miller Outdoor Theater. And it's a wrap for Viva Magazine Live. Get ready, Houston, for the Festival Chicano brings the legends and the celebration. And it's lighting at the Miller Outdoor Theater. Mark your calendars and don't miss it. Put the flyer up, Raul, please, so the people can see the dates and the lineup. That flyer will be on. We'll see you at the Miller Outdoor. Daniel, thank you very much again for being on our show. And we love what you do, and you keep doing it every single year. We'll be there for you, okay?
Thank you, Blanca. Thank
Thank
you, everybody, for watching.
Yes,
Come out and support us.
absolutely. Hasta luego, Houston.
Houston, Texas. Please make welcome 5-time Grammy Award winner, Little Joe y la familia.
Thank you. Good evening. Welcome. Welcome to the show. An incredible, amazing 44th annual Chicano Festival, the longest Chicano festival running in the whole world. And Daniel Bustamante and staff and so many other people that have made it possible for the show to continue. And I have been blessed to be here, I guess, every year, other than one or two. I was in Japan or Europe somewhere, but I was there when Daniel came up with the idea about the Chicano Festival. Asked would I do it? I said, vámonos, vato! So, Daniel, muchas gracias. I know you're a very modest and humble guy, but maybe you can come just wave to the people, Daniel. Without you, there'd be no Chicano Festival. You know that.
What can I say? El mero mero, el más chingón de la raza. Defender of people, defender of causes, a great human being. ¿Qué vamos a hacer sin Little Joe? He's got to be here every year. I can produce the show. So, Joe, we love you. God bless you. Thank you very much.
For that, here's a $2 bill. Check it out.
$2 bill. Que viva la raza y que viva Little Joe!
Gracias, Daniel. So you can see I paid him $2 to say all those good things about me. Gracias. And more importantly, 100 years ago, 100 años, I was here watching this theater being built. Okay, maybe. Yeah. But it's just so incredible and fantastic that I've had the pleasure of being here 44 years of those 100 years that this theater has been celebrated, and we owe that to the city of Houston. And we appreciate, because it's the greatest thing that we could do for the community, to bring free music to music, it's not only art, but it's medicine. It soothes you. It's medically proven, scientifically proven that something goes off and your body accepts it and you get better or stay well. So, you know what? Let me shut up and do something for the theater. A la guerra ya me llevan, madrecita. Me agarraron en la leva el día de ayer. Ahí te quedas sin tu hijito muy solita. Sabrá Dios si nos volveremos a ver. Ahí le entregas este sobre retornado a mi novia que no sabe en dónde estoy. Y le dices que me llevan de soldado a otras tierras muy lejanas, yo me voy. Ya no llores, madrecita, por mi suerte, que soy hombre y mi destino fue pelear. Y si al caso no me alcanza la metralla, yo no quisiera que tú vayas a llorar. ¡Ay! En mi pecho siempre llevo la medalla que mi madre me la dio con tanta fe. Y si el caso en el combate halló la muerte, no quisiera que tú vayas a llorar. Aquí dejo a mis pobres padrecitos que desde niño batallaron con afán. Hay que miran ya volar los aeroplanos que me llevan derechito a Vietnam. ¡Ay! Por tu amor que tanto quiero. Maybe I should change that. Por tu amor que quiero un chingo. Que me sirvan una copa y muchas más. Que me sirvan de una vez para todo el año. Que me pienso seriamente emborrachar. Si te cuentan que me vieron muy tejano, orgullosamente diles que es por ti, porque yo tendré el valor de no negarlo. Gritaré que por tu amor me estoy matando. Y sabrán que por tus besos me perdí. Everybody, come on. Para ya el amor no me interesa. Cantaré por todos y usted mi dolor y mi tristeza, porque sé que de este golpe ya no voy a levantarme, aunque yo no lo quisiera.